Hey, what's going on everybody? Amir Fazeli here from Adonis Athletics, coming at you today with another episode. This time we're going to talk about alcohol and gains. So we're going to get right into it. Basically, let's face it, right? We love to train, we love to get strong, we love to be in good shape, but at the same time, not all of us are out to compete in bodybuilding at high level, are out to compete in powerlifting, weightlifting, any sport for that matter, at a super high level. And even if we are, some of us, we like a drink or 10 occasionally. So we want to know, what does the science say about alcohol consumption and being able to improve body composition? So let's go through it a little bit and let's discuss how we can get around it, how we can consume alcohol. Can we consume alcohol? Can we not consume alcohol? If we can, how much of it can we consume safely? So firstly, let's start with the overall picture. The answer to the question is yes, you can absolutely drink and still be able to make progress in your training. You should be able to have a sociable life, be able to go out and enjoy yourself and still have training as part of your life. Your training should not detract from the quality of your life, the quality of your social life, because those are all very important. If you're somebody who will come to me and ask me the same question and your goal is to be one of the best in the world, say in powerlifting, my response to you would be that as you would get closer and closer to major competitions, I highly suggest and recommend that you don't touch it. But if you're somebody who just wants to even get to a pretty serious level, I'm not talking about world level, but a pretty serious level, maybe set some national records and so on, then you absolutely can consume some moderate levels of alcohol at some points. Once you become knowledgeable and a little bit educated about what it does to the body and how it works and how it affects training, and still be able to make progress and sort of get there and still get to your body recomposition goals, look good, and so forth. So here are some quick facts about alcohol consumption that you need to know. There is nothing inherently special about alcohol. When it comes to body composition or body weight loss or body weight gain, you are still going to lose weight if you are in a calorie deficit, meaning that you're burning more weight than you are, burning more calories than you are consuming through the day. And conversely, you're going to gain weight if you eat more calories than you are burning through the day, right? So the whole calories in versus calories out thing still applies and it's still relevant even when it comes to alcohol consumption. A gram of alcohol contains 7 calories as opposed to protein and carbs, which contain 4, and fats, which contain 9 calories per gram. Here's the thing about alcohol. When you consume alcohol, when it goes into your body, it gets processed and turns into what's called acetate. Acetate is treated by the body as a toxin. It's a toxic substance and the body wants to get rid of it ASAP. So whatever else you have in your system in terms of fats and carbs gets put on hold in terms of being digested and processed, and the body will prioritize the burning and getting rid of alcohol firstly, because it wants to make sure that you don't die, which is very important. So if you consume any excess calories, any excess carbs and fats, they will more readily be stored as fats within your body. So it can affect your body composition in that regards. If you, at the end of the day, including your alcohol consumption, you end up consuming less calories than you burn for the day, then you will lose weight. If conversely, including your alcohol consumption, if you consumed more calories than you burn, then you will be in a calorie surplus and you will probably store fat. You will gain weight. The thing with alcohol consumption is that sort of a behavior brings with it the tendency to overconsume calories, not just through alcohol, but through other ways. So I'll give you an example. If you are into drinking cocktails, cocktails don't just have alcohol, they also have sugar, but also beer also has carbs, obviously. Alongside that, alcohol, it actually can make you very hungry. And all of you who've been out on a good bender on a weekend, you know what I'm talking about. When you finish the night, what do you want to do? You want to smash down a couple of kebabs, right? You want to smash down fatty foods. And when you're already over consuming alcohol and you're already over your daily calories, especially via alcohol, those extra kebabs that you have, all those carbs and all those fats are going to be directly stored. They're not going to get processed because the body is still trying to process and get rid of all that excess alcohol that you had because you consumed it with the particular intention of getting intoxicated, right? So the body will not and cannot prioritize any fats and carbs that you eat, especially whilst severely intoxicated. The body just wants to get rid of the alcohol. So enough about all that. How do we actually use this information and put together a strategy where we can actually consume some alcohol and enjoy life, enjoy some social time with friends, and not derail our efforts and our training, and still be able to improve our body composition? So on a day that you know that you're going to be going out and having a couple of drinks, what you want to do is you want to plan ahead. So you need to know how many calories you're obviously eating for the day, and you need to have an idea of how much drinking you're going to want to do, right? The recommendation is no more than 2 to 3 drinks if you're a male, 1 to 2 if you're a female, right? That's just a good quiet night out, right? So what you want to do is you want to reduce your amount of food intake for the day to match the amount of alcohol you're going to be consuming later, right? And what you want to make sure you don't miss out on is protein. Make sure you have enough protein through the day for the entire day for a couple of reasons. If you overconsume alcohol, you're at a risk of losing muscle. And by having enough protein for the day, you can ensure that you hold on to as much of that as possible, okay? What you want to also do is you want to reduce your fat intake for the day as much as possible. Because remember I said, when you consume alcohol, then the body prioritizes the storage of fats and carbs, but more so fats. Fats very much more easily get stored as fats within the body compared to carbohydrates. So you want to suppress your fat intake for the day as much as possible. And what you want to do is the calories that come from alcohol that you suspect you're going to have, you want to count those calories towards your fats. What you also want to be doing is you want to be minimizing carbs, and you want to be increasing the amount of dietary fiber you have for the day, or at least making sure that you have enough dietary fiber for the day. And making sure you have that fiber closer to when you're going to be having a drink. Now, why fiber? Remember I said alcohol is not a very strong inhibitor of hunger. In fact, it can make you hungry much quicker. If you have dietary fiber, if you have enough fiber, fiber can go a long way in helping you feel full, and so can protein. So if you have enough protein for the day, and if you have enough fiber for the day, especially close to when you're going to go out eating, then at least you don't feel, or hopefully won't feel as hungry later when you finish having your alcohol. And so there'll be less of an urge to try and binge and have fatty food. Alcohol has calories, but it has no nutritional value. So you're selling yourself short. You're missing out on adequate and important vitamins and minerals that you could be having through food. You should be having through food, whole foods. And so that's going to affect your long-term progress if it's a regular thing, okay? If you go out every so often on a binge for important occasions and stuff like that, that's fine. Just try and account it for your daily caloric needs as closely as you can, but don't make it a habit. Life happens, you know, there are things that we need to celebrate in life, of course. There are times we need to go out with friends, with family, and we have a couple of drinks. That's fine. But try and limit that as much as possible. The more you can, the better your results are going to be. It's as simple as that, right? Another thing you need to remember is that an alcohol consumption is going to affect your sleep. And if you're serious about your training results, then sleep is very important, especially the quality of the sleep and making sure that you get enough deep sleep. Alcohol can get you to fall asleep quickly, but it actually affects your deep sleep and overall sleep quality drastically. So you got to be careful of that. That's why you often wake up after a night out, even if you don't have if you're lucky enough to not have a hangover, you feel like you're not rested enough. Anyway guys, that's it for today. I hope that helps out. Any questions, pop it below. If you like the video, make sure you like the video. Please share it and subscribe, because it might help another alcoholic just like you. Until next time guys, this is Amir Fazali from Adonis Athletics.